Ring of Honor. It's actually Ring of Honor and NJPW. I'm going to be covering Ring of Honor TV, the Field of Honor predictions, another announcement from Ring of Honor, and the final days of the G1 Climax. This may be the last NJPW kind of SmarkCast until I think September is when the next NJPW event is. That's going to be shown. It's going to be available in America. So this may be the last one. It kind of sucks. So this SmarkCast may be cut down to about 15 minutes because I don't know if I can cover Ring of Honor's hour-long shows in a full hour, or a full 30 minutes. Sorry. All right, but we'll go ahead and get started on Ring of Honor. Before I do that, the WWE SmarkCast is not being posted today. It will be posted tomorrow. And that will have my SummerSlam predictions on it and a bunch of rants about how bad Raw was. But that is not this SmarkCast. This is the Ring of Honor SmarkCast. This is the real deal. So, Ring of Honor TV. Last Saturday, new episode. Once again, they're back, still awesome. And this was one of the better Ring of Honor episodes, which is really cool. The week before was it was not as great as it usually is. This one was a good, solid B+A episode, full of great action, and it all had a central plot, which was really cool. I'll get to that here in a minute. The first opening match was Rocky Romero versus Adam Cole. People know I'm a huge Adam Cole fan. I think he really should be out there in like WWE, something like that, where, I mean, he's great in Ring of Honor and all that, but he really needs international TV exposure. He gets that with NJPW. He goes over there every now and then. But this was just a great opening match. Just Cole was amazing. Rocky Romero was amazing. And this was it was kind of a new thing for Cole. He was acting a little off, a little crazy, because clearly losing the Ring of Honor World title is bothering him. And that's really cool because he's actually playing a part now. He made a lot of mess-ups because of it, and finally he got it back together and beat Rocky Romero, locked on a figure four. Rocky Romero tapped out. After the match, he clearly has lost it and wants that title back, and this leads me to believe that this is not the end of Cole versus Elgin. They will fight again at Field of Honor, but it's going to be in a fatal four-way. I mean, this isn't the end of Cole versus Elgin one-on-one. Looks great. That was a great opening match. And then we got Adam Page, who looked like he was trying to impress the Decade, I guess, versus the Sicilian Psychopath. It was a fun little match. It was a little short, and people who watch Ring of Honor know that they don't really do a lot of short matches. Most of their matches are pretty long. But this was short. It was fun while it lasted. A lot of high energy, a lot of adrenaline. Going back and forth, but both of these guys can do that. The Sicilian Psychopath ended up winning it, which they're actually kind of pushing him right now, so it makes sense. And he got on the mic, which is very rare for this guy, for Ciampa. It's very, very, very rare for him to get on the mic and actually get a long promo. And I'm glad they gave it to him because he's actually really good on the mic. In fact, I didn't even know he was this good on the mic. And he talked about how no one's a man in Ring of Honor, how they never just really go after what they want, and he wants Elgin. Are you seeing the central storyline here? After that, Silas Young came out, and he is the last man, or the last great man, and he's talking about how he's getting Elgin. And so the central theme of this whole episode was everybody wants Elgin. Everybody wants that title. And Elgin hasn't had this thing where people are earning the title shots. He's just saying, anyone who wants me, come and get it. Because they're still trying to make Elgin look like a straight monster. And they're doing a great job of it because he is laying waste to everyone. And it's working. It's looking great. He's looking great. They're building Elgin really, really well. I'm really enjoying what they're doing with him. So all that happened, and then we actually had Elgin versus O'Reilly. And before I get into the match, I actually wanted to talk about how well Kyle O'Reilly is doing outside of Red Dragon. This is one of those guys. I know Red Dragon haven't been together. They're not like a tag team that's been together since the beginning. They are just two guys who were thrown together about 2 years ago. But Kyle O'Reilly has the it factor. He has what it takes to be just there. He has what it takes to be a top guy in any company. He's got great mic skills. He's great in the ring. He's actually one of the funniest people on the planet. So it's great to see him kind of branching away from Red Dragon. And since Red Dragon has signed a new contract with Ring of Honor, this could be like the Briscoes, where the Briscoes split up and Jay Briscoe went on to win the title. Be really cool to see, because I'm a huge fan of Kyle O'Reilly myself. So, ready for that. But as for the match, it was Kyle O'Reilly versus Michael Elgin, which I was really excited for because I'm a big fan of Michael Elgin. I'm a big fan of Kyle O'Reilly, so I knew it was going to be a great match, and it was. This one actually told a story of Riley just wanting to show himself, and he worked on Elgin's arm the whole match. I mean, there were some spots in there that looked just straight dangerous. They were on the top, and he got him in an armbar at the top of the ropes, like on the turnbuckle, and Kyle O'Reilly was just hanging down with his head. If he got dropped, he would have landed right on his head. That actually turned into an excellent power bomb. And in the end, Elgin won. He actually got that power bomb, and then he nailed him with an Elgin bomb. 1, 2, 3, game over. And after that, in true Ring of Honor fashion, all hell broke loose. We had Cole come out there. We had the Briscoes, War Machine, Silas Young, Sicilian Psychopath. Everyone came out there, and of course, Bobby Fish was already out there, and Tyson Dukes was already out there because to even the score. And I mean, it was just an excellent little brawl that happened, and in the end, they did it right. They had to make, because all these guys are going after Elgin, except for, I think, War Machine. But all of these guys are going after Elgin, and he stood tall at the end because he took Cole, threw him over the top ropes, and it landed on everybody, basically saying, "I'm going to take you all out." And that's exactly what he did. There was a message in there that Elgin is not to be messed with, and it was just an excellent show. It told a story throughout. That's one thing that Ring of Honor can do that no one else can do, is take one show and tell a story throughout the entire thing. Granted, it is an hour-long show, so it's a little easier to do than with a 3-hour show. Because with a 3-hour show, you have to pack a lot of stuff in there, and you can't just have one central thing throughout the whole thing. But it works out for them. It works out for Ring of Honor. I'm glad Ring of Honor only has an hour-long show. They do about 3 matches each, unless it's a big day, which leads me to next week, next Saturday, the day after Field of Honor, is a huge Ring of Honor TV event. It is Kevin Steen's final match against Steve Corino. It is his final Ring of Honor match, and it's the end of Kevin Steen in Ring of Honor, because it was announced finally. I mean, everyone knew it, but it was still announced that he has joined NXT. He has joined WWE. I'm actually looking forward to seeing him. I mean, NXT has signed so many great talents as of late, and Kevin Steen's just one of those people that are just added to it. And hopefully we'll get another Kevin Steen, El Generico, or Sami Zayn little feud or friendship. Either one would be great. I don't think they can bring Kevin Steen in as a heel right now. But either way, good show. I don't know what else to say about Ring of Honor, but they got to keep up the good work, because right now in America they are the number 2 company. They blow TNA's doors off. They don't, that in my eyes, it's just my opinion. my eyes, they blow away WWE. WWE lately has been, I mean, nothing but terrible. So, you know, Ring of Honor is just where it's at right now. I'm enjoying everything they do. Which leads me to the next event. Should be on video on demand in a few days afterwards. It actually takes place Friday, but they take a few days to put it on video on demand. Hopefully they'll put it on before the next SmarkCast, because I would love to review this. It is Field of Honor. It's going to take place on a baseball field. It'll be pretty cool. And I'm going to give my predictions for the show right now. The show so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, has 8 matches. They'll probably add more. I'd say Moose will probably get something added on there. There'll just be a lot more added on. It isn't just going to be these eight matches, because Ring of Honor likes to add things in. So, to start off, we have a tag match between War Machine and Decade. Decade is not the normal Decade. Usually when Decade tags up, it's Roderick Strong and Michael Bennett. This time it's Roderick Strong and BJ Whitmer. So it's going to be Decade and War Machine. Right now, War Machine's being pushed. They're going to be pushed into a feud with the Briscoes, more than likely, because they've been kind of butting heads for a little bit. And I'm really excited about that, because this is going to be an all-out brawl. I'm hoping they give them a no DQ kind of pinfalls count anywhere kind of thing. It'll be great. So, for War Machine and Decade, War Machine's going to win it, or my prediction is that they will win it, because it just makes sense. Push War Machine as a strong tag team versus the Briscoes. The next one, Sicilian Psychopath versus Silas Young. This one's a tough one, because both the Sicilian Psychopath and Silas Young are both going to face Michael Elgin at Death Before Dishonor. I think Silas Young is getting him on Saturday, and Sicilian Psychopath is getting him on Sunday. That's not a video on demand thing, unfortunately, so I probably won't be able to see it. I'll just have to get one of my correspondents to tell me what happened. I have someone who is going to be in that area. So on that one, I'm just going to say Silas Young, because he's been kind of pushed a lot lately. Sicilian Psychopath has also been pushed, but I think Silas Young may take this one. So that one, I don't know. Up in the air. Silas Young, I'm calling that one though. The next would be Rocky Romero versus Michael Bennett, meaning see, the Decade had already lost early in the night, and Michael Bennett's being pushed a little more than Rocky Romero is, so I'm calling for Michael Bennett. More than likely, we're going to get a Maria Kanellis kind of interference there. So I'm actually looking forward to that one. I really like Michael Bennett. So Michael Bennett's got that one. The next one is Mark Briscoe and Watanabe. These guys have actually, I think they've faced before, and it was a pretty decent match. Mark Briscoe always wins this match. Mark Briscoe will win it. The reason why is because his brother, Jay Briscoe, is in the main event, and he's going to lose. We always want a Briscoe brother to win. It sends the crowd home happy, because they may be the most over people in Ring of Honor right now. So, it makes sense to have them win. Next, we have this one. I'm excited to see, but it kind of sucks. But it's Cedric Alexander versus ACH. I'm a huge ACH fan. I love ACH. The problem here is that Cedric Alexander is being pushed to the moon right now. He is the guy that he's either going to go straight into a title feud with Jay Lethal, or he's going to go straight for Elgin. He already gets Elgin pretty soon. Actually, I think that match already happened in Philly. So I have to say Cedric Alexander takes this one, because ACH is not the guy that's really being pushed to the moon right now. Right now, this is two guys that are being pushed, but one of them's being a little pushed more than the other. So pushed, but Cedric Alexander takes it. Next, we have, for the tag team titles, Red Dragon versus Kaz and Daniels. Bad Influence. I don't think they're called Bad Influence anymore. I think that was a TNA thing. So I think they're just Kaz and Daniels now. This one actually has implications because I'll take a pause for a moment. At All-Star Extravaganza 6 coming up, it's a Ring of Honor event, they have announced that it will be Red Dragon versus the Bucks in a 2 out of 3 falls for the titles. So if Kaz and Daniels beat Red Dragon, it will be Kaz and Daniels versus Red Dragon, versus Young Bucks at the All-Star Extravaganza. And I just don't see that happening because we just got Young Bucks versus Kaz and Daniels. So I think Red Dragon takes this one easily, goes on to face the Young Bucks in the 2 out of 3 falls match, which personally I like Kaz and Daniels, but Red Dragon versus Young Bucks would be just a better match, especially in a 2 out of 3 falls match, because those guys can go for a while. So Red Dragon takes that one. And then we have the cage match. This one I'm really excited about because I love both of these guys. Cage match. Jay Lethal, Matt Taven for the TV title. It's going to be an all-out war and lots of adrenaline, lots of high flying, it's just going to be a fun match. Jay Lethal's probably going to take it. You know, no big deal. I want Jay Lethal to take it because I'm a big Jay Lethal fan. Personally, I think Jay Lethal will lose the title to Cedric Alexander further down the line. I don't think Elgin's going to lose the title to Cedric Alexander, and they're going to realize that Cedric Alexander hasn't really been in Ring of Honor very long. So you got to kind of, it's baby steps. Put him in there with the TV title. Cedric Alexander's great, but you gotta give him the TV title first. It just makes more sense. So Jay Lethal beats Matt Taven. And then we get the blockbuster Fatal 4-Way. Michael Elgin versus Adam Cole versus AJ Styles versus Jay Briscoe. This will be possible show stealer. Kaz and Daniels and Red Dragon may steal the show, but this will probably be it. They're going to give these guys some time. I think this is going to be an amazing match. In no way is Elgin going to lose his title here, but Elgin defeats, and I think he defeats Michael Cole. I mean, not Michael Cole. Adam Cole. He would destroy Michael Cole. Ugh. Adam Cole. I think he beats Adam Cole, causing Adam to lose it even further, because I think this is all leading to an Adam Cole, Michael Elgin feud. Makes sense. It would be an excellent show. So Elgin takes it. So 2, go back down the list. War Machine, Silas Young, Michael Bennett, Mark Briscoe, Cedric Alexander, Red Dragon, Jay Lethal, Michael Elgin. Those are my predictions for Field of Honor. I hope to get a review in by the next SmarkCast. I'm actually really excited for this whole thing. So, Ring of Honor has been killing it lately, just killing it. I mean, with the announcements of the great matches, all the great cards, they've just been killing everything right now. So, congratulations to Ring of Honor for actually holding down the fort in the wrestling world. Alright, now, this one will be short because I'm not covering as many days. NJPW G1 Climax 24 is over. I will be covering day 10, 11, and 12, the final day. And like I said, this probably will be the final NJPW review for a little bit because they don't have another event for a little bit, for I think until September, I believe. It's weird. Their website's in Japanese, and if you click it over to English, it doesn't actually say what's on Ustream. It just kind of says what the event is. So I don't know. There hasn't been any announcements for any matches or anything like that. So, but anyway, day 10, coming off of day 9, which was a great day. Day 10 was not one of the best days, but still pretty good. I'll give you the 3 matches to watch. They are Archer versus Okada. Anytime Okada's in there, it's going to be great. Nagata versus Tanahashi. Same with Tanahashi. Ishii versus Shibata. And that was match of the night easily. And Ishii and Shibata were I would say the MVPs of this tournament. They may not have made it to the finals, but both of those guys put on a show in every single one of their matches. Almost every single day that they had a match, they were one of the matches to see. So both of those guys get my MVP. They're amazing. Ishii, Shibata. It was just a killer tournament. So day 11, not as good as day 10, but still pretty good. I think by this time people are kind of burnt out, but because it was held over a month, 12 days over a month was pretty bad. And day 11, by day 11, the finals were pretty much set. It was between 4 guys. So these guys, you know, they're like, okay, we're not going to win it, so what's the point in going hard, you know? And I mean, I know it's scripted and, you know, and all that, but still, it's like, you know, let's just put on a small show for the people, because our big show, day 12, is coming up. So day 11, matches to see. Nagata versus Ishii, that was match of the night. Ishii, surprise, surprise. Nakamura versus Fail. Yes, Fail was in 2 must-see matches. Amazing. Yeah. Okada versus Suzuki. Everyone knew that match was going to be great. Both of those guys put on a show every time. So, day 11 was fantastic. Alright, which leads us to the finals. Day 12, the end. G1 Climax 24 is over. Sadness. There's tears in my eyes because that was awesome. So, here's my review on day 12. Day 12 disappointed me. Wasn't that great. We really only had 3 must-see matches. Like, every day has had, I've only said about 3 must-see matches, but really there's been more than that. There's been a lot. It's just I don't want to have people watch all the matches on a day, because people can't do that. People don't have time. But day 12, it was just, the first match was kind of not so great. Second match wasn't that great. Third match was a dud. It was just, it seemed like it wasn't going so well, and I was actually getting a little disappointed. And then we had Decade and Jushin Thunder Liger, or Captain New Japan, which it was Captain New Japan and Tiger Mask. But that one kind of lifted my spirits because Maria Kanellis was used a lot. She used her sexuality to distract Captain New Japan, and it was just, his face was fantastic, and they ended up winning it because of that distraction, and it was great. It's great when they do distraction losses because they rarely do it, whereas you have WWE who does it twice a night. So either way, it was really cool. And Maria, and the way they did it, zooming in on her butt, they really sexualized and showed that she was, you know, the sexy being that she is. So I really enjoyed that match. It wasn't one of those must-see matches, though, because before all that and the fun moments, I mean, taken as a serious match, it wasn't that great. But taken as a way to lift your spirits, it was cool. So really, I just got to get to the 3 must-see matches. Number 1 was a match we've seen a billion times in countless different promotions. Time Splitters versus Red Dragon. We have seen this match a billion times, and it was great again. It was a solid 4-star match. That's the thing about Red Dragon and the Time Splitters, is this isn't Cena and Randy Orton. This isn't Sheamus and Alberto Del Rio. This is 4 guys who, no matter how many, they could face each other every day for a year, all 365 days, and put on a show. They will give us something different because they're that good. So that's one you got to watch, Time Splitters and Red Dragon. And then, of course, the final 2 matches for the runners-up trophy and the actual G1 Climax winner, which I called the matches, but I got the order wrong. I said it would be AJ Styles and Tanahashi, and Okada and Nakamura. I said it would be those 2 matches, but I said it would be AJ Styles and Tanahashi for the championship. That was just dumb predicting on my part, because Okada is going to win that, you know. So first we had AJ Styles and Tanahashi. Fantastic match. Killer. I mean, it was solid 4.5-star match, somewhere around there, 4 1/4. I don't know, almost 5 stars. I mean, it went on for about 20 minutes, and it was just one of the best matches of the tournament. Really cool to see. And then at the end, we had a weird moment where AJ Styles and the Bullet Club are going to beat down Tanahashi. And it's like, okay, this is weird. And Jeff Jarrett runs out of left field and runs in the ring, and you're like, okay, Jeff Jarrett's going to stop the Bullet Club? Are you serious? And Jeff Jarrett whips out a guitar, boom, nails Tanahashi, and takes off his shirt, and he's Bullet Club now. Which I thought was brilliant. I didn't see it coming. I thought it was just brilliant booking, because love him or hate him, Bullet Club is the most popular faction in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Most of the time it's because they want to see them get their butts kicked, because they're the brash Americans and the one Japanese guy, Takahashi. And they're heels, and they play heels well, and everyone just wants to see them get their butt kicked. So it was a cool moment. I mean, and I'm glad they did it after the match. That was cool. I'm glad they didn't do it during the match. So Jeff Jarrett joins Bullet Club, and it's not going to be, for people who are upset, this isn't going to be he's going to be at every New Japan event wearing a Bullet Club shirt. That's not going to happen. This is going to be a novelty thing. For those who don't know, Jeff Jarrett has a new promotion, wrestling promotion, Global something, and he joined up with NJPW. He signed a contract with them, so they're going to work together, which probably means that Global whatever is going to work with Ring of Honor too, because all of those guys are working together. So I think it'll be great to see this, and it's great booking because it gets Jeff Jarrett's name out there. Now that Japanese people hate Jeff Jarrett, it'll work. I think it's brilliant booking. You don't get that kind of booking much in or many other places. So Jeff Jarrett's in the Bullet Club now. That means they're back up to 12 members now, I think, something like that. With Prince Devitt. Prince Devitt left, and no one really replaced him. Carl Anderson took over as the leader, but no one really replaced him. So now they're back to full force, I guess. But you're not going to see Jeff Jarrett in there wrestling. He's going to come in there and hit people with guitars every now and then. So that was a good moment for the NJPW fans. So next we had the final match for the championship, Okada versus Nakamura. And this was a blockbuster. 40 minutes. It was 40 plus minutes, actually. 40 minutes they went. I mean, it was a long match, and there wasn't a single moment in that match that wasn't awesome. Okada ended up winning it. Okada got the trophy, and he's going to use this as leverage against AJ Styles, because Okada wants his title back. AJ Styles, I think this may be where AJ Styles may lose the IWGP Heavyweight Championship here. Maybe, if Okada does get his shot. Because, I mean, I'm not saying that it's time for AJ Styles to lose the title, but, he's one of these guys like the Young Bucks and several other people in the Bullet Club who go to different promotions. AJ Styles goes to PWG, Ring of Honor, NJPW. He goes everywhere, and he needs to. And he's like the Young Bucks, where the Young Bucks' home is NJPW. I mean, they go to Ring of Honor every now and then, they go to PWG every now and then, but really their home is NJPW. And I think that's about what AJ Styles is. That's really his home, but I think AJ Styles is just happy traveling and putting on shows. I think he's in BOLA. I'm pretty sure he's in BOLA this year, or that's PWG's Battle of Los Angeles. He's in that. And I think he's not there to win it, though. I think he's there to put over guys and put on great shows, like AJ Styles can do. So, but that'll end it for NJPW's G1 Climax 24. It's over. And that was, without a doubt, the greatest tournament in the history of wrestling. You can put Day 8 and say that just Day 8 was the greatest event in the history of wrestling. If anything, just watch Day 8 and your mind will be blown. Great tournament. Sad it's over. So, but that is the end of the SmarkCast. I've covered everything. You've got my predictions for Field of Honor. You have seen my entire review of G1 Climax. So, and we're at 30 minutes, so it's good to go. All right, I am Darren. This is the SmarkCast. You can catch me on Twitter at -Darren. I'll put that in the description for you. And you can watch my other SmarkCast on YouTube. Be great. But thank you for watching. Once again, I am Darren. This is the SmarkCast.